Republican politicians in states all across the country just pulled a classic bait and switch move. So the Hill explains what they plan on doing with taxes here. Let's go through it, and then I'll break it down at the end for you. Legislators in some of the nation's most conservative states are considering new ways to boost revenue, including tax increases, after years of deep cuts. With legislators returning to capitals across the country this week, key budget negotiators are considering a range of ways to boost revenue, including higher gas taxes, sales tax on internet purchases, new fees, and even lotteries. It is a reversal in many ways of recent trends toward deep tax cuts, led by states like Kansas, where Governor Sam Brownback and the Republican-dominated legislature slashed rates on individuals and businesses in hopes of spurring economic growth. Kansas now faces a $350 million budget hole this year and a likely $600 million gap next year. They say other states who are planning similar tax increases, and remember, this is Republicans in control here, and they're considering tax increases. Tennessee, Arizona, Missouri, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Nebraska. Many of them also have giant budget deficit problems. So it's funny because, look, the Democrats have warned Republicans all along. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't cut taxes for the rich, don't cut taxes for the rich, don't cut taxes for the rich, don't cut corporate taxes, don't cut business taxes, don't do it, don't do it. And they're probably like, why? We're going to do it, and what's going to happen is we're going to unleash the beast of the free market and the capitalist system, and then we'll actually have an increase in revenue to the government, because even though they're paying a lower rate, there will be so much more wealth creation that there will be a net increase in the money coming into the government. Well, guess what? They tried their philosophy, and it didn't work. The opposite happened. So they cut business taxes, they cut taxes on the rich, and it just blew a giant hole in the deficit. So they were wrong. But now, where does the bait and switch come in? The bait and switch comes in here. The kinds of tax increases that they're going to do. Higher gas tax, higher sales tax, tax on internet purchases, new fees, and potentially lotteries. So, who do those taxes affect? Middle-class people and poor people. So notice what they do. Classic Republican bait and switch. Scream about how we're the party of tax cuts, we're the party of tax cuts, we're the party of tax cuts, we're the party of tax cuts. Middle-class people view that as, they're talking about me. They're going to cut my taxes. I work hard. I think I pay too much in taxes. I need to keep my own money because I got to put food on the table, pay these damn light bills. So people vote for them because that's a promise that seems like it's going to affect them in a positive way. But who do the Republicans really cut taxes for? They cut taxes for big business and they cut taxes for the rich. So when they scream about how they're the party of tax cuts, they ain't talking about for you, bitch. So they cut the taxes for the people who don't need it cut, for the well-off, for the businesses. And then when they blow the hole in the deficit, they turn around and go, oh, we got to increase your taxes. We got to increase taxes on the middle-class people and the poor people because what are we going to do? There's this giant deficit and we got to fix it. Oldest Republican trick in the book. Scream about cutting taxes, only cut it for the rich, and then when the going gets tough, raise taxes on you. Raise taxes on the middle class and the poor. All these taxes that they're planning on increasing, these are regressive taxes. So what happens is you take a bigger chunk of, this hurts the little guy way more than it hurts the rich. So it's not like they're saying, oh man, we really got to raise taxes. And obviously what we're going to do is raise taxes on the income tax rate for the rich. Obviously what we're going to do is we're going to increase corporate tax. Nope, they don't say that at all. It's always taxes that affect the little guy much more. So look, I warned you about it. Every time the Republicans say they're the party of tax cuts, the Democratic response should be, no, we are. We are. Because last time I checked, cutting taxes for 90% or even up to 95% of the American people and only raising taxes on the top 10% or 5% of people, you're cutting taxes for more people than the Republicans who want to cut the taxes of the top 5%, maybe 10%, and want to either keep taxes the same or raise it on 90 to 95% of people. And obviously with the Democrats, you get more for that money too. because, they'll have taxes lower on middle-class people and poor people, and then they also don't want to slash the social services and the social safety net programs. The Republicans do. So, God, it drives me nuts, man, because they just don't give a shit. And I'm not saying the Democrats are great, because they're not. They're also a giant sold-out party, but they're not as bad as these fucking cretins. I mean, that's such a gross move. You cut taxes for the well-to-do, and then when there's a giant explosion in the deficit, they dump it off on you, and they increase your taxes. This is similar to what happens with the Wall Street crash. So you have, all of these companies on Wall Street make horrendous decisions that bankrupt themselves. And then the government rushes in and goes, we have to save the economy. And in order to do that, these rapacious, price gouging institutions that committed fraud on you, we have to bail them out. So they make terrible decisions. They tank their own companies. They built that. And then regular people have to rush in and use our tax money to bail them out and prop them up. There's no bailout for the people. They're getting kicked out of their houses. They're getting foreclosed on. But tax money goes to bail them out. It doesn't bail out regular people. Same thing here. Oh, we got to cut taxes. Oh, let's cut taxes for the rich. Oh, now there's a giant hole in the deficit. I guess the people have to bail out the deficit. I guess regular people have to have their taxes increases, not the rich. Never the rich, never the powerful, never the connected, never the corporations. Never. Oh, it's always on you. It's always on you to step up to the plate and fix everything. And it's like the old saying goes, the way our system works right now, privatize the profits, socialize the losses. So do you understand that? When times are going well, corporations take the money that they're making and they, shove them in tax havens overseas and they don't even pay taxes on it. When things are going bad, taxpayer rush in, bail them out. So there's never a system that's created that's good for the little guy, good for the regular guy. It's constantly, perpetually, repeatedly screwing you and helping them. It's time to change that.